always been interested in paleontology. Actually, I've always wanted to be an archaeologist, specifically from the age of 13 years. And that dream started, from just reading an article about the discovery of Paranthropus from Crom Dry site. And since then, I just wanted to know who those people that actually go out in those kind of expeditions are. And I realized that they are called archaeologists or paleoanthropologists, and I was just like, that's basically what I wanted to do. My study is important because it investigates the relationship between the different living organisms, like your primates, your bovids, and Australopithecus from Streekfontein Caves. We're trying to understand the interactions that these animals had with each other, the interactions they had with the environment, their kind of adaptation, and ultimately to try and understand, because with a project like mine where I'm not directly using the hominin remain, using bovids and primates allows me to indirectly infer the environments that were specifically associated with Australopithecus and Streekfontein Caves. So it is important because it lets us into the past, adaptation and behavior or behavioral development of Australopithecus, because we do know that climatic conditions and environmental conditions do have a massive effect on the development and the adaptation or the evolution of the species that are linked to the environment. Well, I'm using various methods for my PhD. One of the methods is postcranial ecomorphology, where I basically try to understand the morphological adaptations of animals in relation to the ecology in which they're adapted to. I also look at dental mesowear. Dental mesowear is actually studying the wear patterns of teeth to understand their diet. So the hypsodonty method is another method that I actually use. So basically I look at the height of the tooth crown from the top, the cusp, all the way to where it joins with the cusp, to try and understand its evolutionary process and how the animal was adapted to eating the kind of food that it was eating over time. And I also look at carbon isotopes, where I actually try to understand the photosynthetic pathway of plants that leave the signature or their signature on animal teeth, to try and understand what food or the diet that the animal consumed when they were still alive. So I enjoy postcranial ecomorphology because it's one method that I have been using since my master's. So now it's just me taking it to the advanced level, where I'm using things like 3D geometric morphometrics instead of just using caliper measurements. So it's just cool to really understand, how the animal was actually interacting with the environment by just looking at its morphology. So that's it's the coolest method. I have fun. If I did it for my master's and I'm repeating it for my PhD, definitely it's a method that I really, really enjoy. You really need to enjoy what you do, because remember, every time you wake up in the morning, you need to look forward to doing what you do. And if you don't enjoy it, chances are you're just gonna hate every day of your life. I've got a whole lot of things that I'm looking forward to doing next in my life or in my career as an emerging paleoscientist. There's an opportunity to do postdoc, and also there's opportunities also to teach or to be a curator. Right now, because I'm teaching this block, I think one thing that I would love to do is to lecture. I think it's one of the passions that I didn't think I had. I always thought working in the laboratory was a thing for me, but now interacting with students and being able to help them with issues that they're going through, especially relating to the courses, I think it's just a passion of mine now, so I'm looking forward to that. My name is Recognise Sambo. I am a PhD candidate in the Department of Archaeology here at the University of the Witwatersrand. My PhD project focuses on the paleoecological analysis of bovids and primates to reconstruct the paleoenvironment of Australopithecus and Streekfontein.